All right, good morning, everyone, and welcome to the live stream where we trade the market open every day. Hope everyone had a phenomenal weekend, fully rested. I myself am feeling a little under the weather, so every time I'm feeling a little sick or something, I like to take my trading extra simple, but we'll see what happens. Today is Monday. It is the 6th of January, so moving along nicely, and it's 9:16 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, so we got another 14 minutes till the market opens. Remember, guys, we're going to be doing, this. We're going to talk about the watch list first, and then we're going to be trading the market open for about 30 minutes. So about at 10 o'clock, we'll be wrapping up this live stream. So about 45 minutes, this whole live stream should go. If you guys have any questions, check out the video description below. I added some FAQs there that you guys ask sometimes, or just leave a comment or write it in the live chat. Let's get to the watch list. Let's see what we got. So I got INPX on the big screen today, and it's just hard not to watch it. I mean, INPX has been having such an explosive week, but I want you guys to remember two things. One, their long-term chart is just mind-blowingly scary, and we're near major resistance. I mean, if you just go back here to the left, I mean, this thing is only going in one direction, and that is down. Apparently it was valued at 162,000 at one point, but that's just because of reverse splits and whatnot. So it's not really a real number, the price never really traded at that point. But yeah, this thing could keep running. I mean, I don't know how comfortable a lot of people would be shorting something like this, anything that's sub dollar. But at one point, this thing will crash, and right now it's in some major resistance areas. It's hitting point 6.5 for a little bit, and pulling back. I already had a little bit of a double top pre-market. I'm not saying this thing couldn't run another 100, 200, 300%. It's just it's such a crazy stock, and I don't know if I personally would, I definitely wouldn't hold it overnight or anything like that. But, you got to know your trading strategy. For me, I love the way this thing bounces. So I like to trade this thing on bounces, but, everyone's different. The breakouts on this one are pretty scary though. What's up, Isaac? Good to see you again. I'm never going to, I can't be the one to say you should buy or sell it. It's completely your decision. You have to know why you bought it, and you got to understand, what your goals are. Are you day trading this? Are you investing in the company? What are you doing? I personally don't really hold anything for more than 10, 20, 30 minutes. That's a pretty long trade for me already, 30 minutes. But yeah, only 500 shares. I mean, that's not too bad. What did we trade this with last time? Let's just scroll back a little bit. We had a really nice trade on this not too long ago. We traded with 2,300 shares, and that's already a tiny position. I typically don't want to be trading with anything less than $1,000 because, right now we're doing the small account challenge. This is kind of our starting size, but eventually I want to get to the $10,000 position sizes. And for me, holding overnight and stuff like that, especially once we hit the $10,000 position sizes, is simply just going to be too much risk, and it's not going to be. It's just not our trading strategy. But just because you're trading with a small amount doesn't necessarily mean you just want to, try every single strategy. You want to always be focused on something and then learn how to. You get really consistent at making profits with that strategy, and then all you need to do is scale to really, do this as a full-time job. So you guys can probably tell I'm a little slower today. I think I need a sip of water. There's a few other small caps I'm looking at. I mean, honestly, the watch list, our gap scanner was freaking out today. There's so much to watch. I mean, this is our scanner. It usually, there's 10, maybe 20 stocks in our scanner. Today there's 46. So usually I never see something this crazy. I try to just pick out the ones gapping the most. So let's check out those a little bit. We have GHSI. 18 million market cap, 82 million shares outstanding. It's a USA drugs company. I wrote Drake's in my watch list. Gapping 50%, big resistance at 0.55. This one also has no new news, just like INPX, guys. Watch out. I mean, these things that are running with no news, very, very sketchy. I mean, there's a good chance that most of them are being pumped from some third party just to get over the dollar NASDAQ listing requirement. So a lot of these probably already got their letters from NASDAQ that they need to get their price up, or else they're going to be delisted. And stocks typically don't want to do that, and they don't want to go to OTC. So not to mention, as a trader, OTCs are more expensive to trade. So TD Ameritrade charges for OTC trading. They charge your normal commission amount, which for me is $3.75, but I think it starts at like $5 or something like that. But if you just trade NASDAQ or New York Stock Exchange, or basically most of everything else, you only pay zero, right? The $0 commissions, which would happen a few months back. So yeah, GHSI, I like everything about this company. It fits exactly in our criterion. It is sub-dollar, which I typically, sometimes avoid trading, but anywhere from $2 to $7 is like my sweet zone. But I'll sometimes trade sub-dollar if it really meets the criteria. And this one definitely does. I mean, gapping up 60%, big volume. It's just everything is looking really, really good. The only thing I don't like about this one is one, big resistance above, and two, no real news. So I think there's a good chance that this run might actually be over. But even something that dips is going to be a potential really fun buy. And the other one, I gotta get myself more psyched. I could easily go to sleep right now. SDC, let me check it out. I'll check out SDC. Let me first talk about TTNP, and then I'll check that one out. And then TTNP, yeah, is the last one on my watch list, or I guess the last one on my top 30. Everything that's highlighted is really something I'm looking into to possibly trade. We'll see what happens when the market opens. I mean, once we hear the ding, 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 and we'll see what has the most dollar volume. We'll see what's really moving. Then we'll go ahead and maybe pick the trades. I'll be probably really cautious on the first 30 minutes though today. So I'm not sure if we're gonna get a trade again on the live stream. I don't know what's going on. My it's been really chill lately, and then I get like 1 or 2 trades after the live stream. Kind of unfortunate, but that's just how it works. This one's 12 million market cap, 47 million shares outstanding. Again, US biotech company gapping 40%. But again, no real new news ever since December 30th, where they just talked about their new board of directors, their new member, Dr. Kate Devarney. I hope I'm saying that right. So nothing really super new. And again, TTNP approaching big resistance here. So we'll see what happens. I don't know. This one looks really, really similar to GHSI. It's kind of crazy. And then 0.3 to 0.4 big resistance. So let's see what happens. We're kind of in that area right now of major resistance. I think any of these could really just keep running, since they're below the dollar and they really need to get up there. But let's see what happens. I mean, big support came in here right now, and now they're just kind of just running up to the upside. SAVA as well, guys. You want to be a little careful. This one kind of reminds me of INPX, just because it has this big run up coming to some major resistance. Doesn't have any new news. I don't know. I'd be super scared trading this one, but 11.25. So a lot of crazy stuff going on. So just hit the tie right there. So that just looks like a good time to get out of this trade. So let's check out what you wanted me. INPX won an award. When did that happen? Maybe you could post a link or something, Isaiah, with INPX, and I'm going to check out SDC. We got 6 minutes till the market opens. I just got to keep my eye on that. Sometimes I get surprised. $8 stock, $35 million volume, which sounds high, but actually with a $3.2 billion market cap, it's really not that high. 382,000 shares outstanding. Not really something I would want to be trading, to be honest. But gapping up pretty nicely, 12%. That's pretty huge, especially for such a large cap. Wow, this thing really fell off a cliff here. Kind of crazy that it just absolutely was not being really traded any of these days. So let's go back a little bit, see what it looks like if we kind of scale. Yeah, really not a lot of trading going on. I don't know anything about this company. Oral care products for Walmart, Smile Direct Club, SDC, interesting. I mean, big deal with Walmart. That's always a good sign. A large contract winner. It's never a bad thing. Holding its highs pretty well here. It's not something I want to be trading just because the size, it's a large cap. It's not going to be doing, 50, 60, 80% moves. I think this is basically as big as the move is going to get for it. Remember, everyone has a different strategy. Everyone has different, watch list. You got to figure out what your criterion is. Just for my specific momentum gap and go strategy, it's probably not something that I want to be looking at. So we got 3 minutes and 38 seconds. I feel like that's plenty of time. What do we do? You just relax, take a deep breath. Hit the like button if you guys haven't done so already. Yeah, so again, I just, there's a lot of good runners, and it was really hard to build a watch list this morning. I think that was today was the biggest struggle. I was already exhausted, and I was like, wow, how am I going to pick a watch list today? There's so much I want to trade. We'll see what happens. YUMA, another stock that this one's almost like a sob story, because Friday, we had a limit order at 3.57. What? Are you kidding me? And in the trading recap video, you see me talking about this because I pointed out right away, this is the one I'm waiting for a dip down, and we got that dip back to former support, but what is it, 4 cents away from my entry or my limit order. That would have been really, really, really nice. I would have took profits here around, I don't know, 7, 8%, 100%, sold on the shoulder to the left. But if I held overnight, which I would have not done, this thing went up 38% at one point. Pretty huge. Pretty huge. We'll see what happens. I don't know. Are we going to trade this one? Big support at $4. Bigger support at 3.6. I'm going to go ahead and put an alert here. See if we dip down. Actually, I'm going to move this one even higher. I don't think I'll be trading it, but I'm going to definitely keep an eye on it. LPTX. This is another one of those stocks that I was looking to trade last week, and somehow completely we missed it. But this gap up was just insane this whole trading day. And what I really like about this one is if we just kind of zoom in a little bit, right to here, we identified big support on the long-term chart. Here, big break to the downside, found support, bounced off this area, again, crashed down, found support here. And eventually, support becomes resistance. You can see we crashed it with a little bit of volume and then came back here, retested it, a little confirmation that this is support and resistance. And now we're flying past it. So I think a tap at 1.4, it's going to be big bounce potential. And look right down here, if we dipped 1.4 for a little bit, then that's where the big buyers came from. So let's see what happens. I'm going to go ahead and put in a little alert here. This is at 1.47. So that'll probably get hit right away. Yep, here we go. 48 seconds till the market opens. Again, guys, just going to take it really, really simple. We have LLEX, which is a pretty cool one as well. Man, I honestly don't even really know what to watch this market open. Man, this one could have been such a nice trade. We bought the perfect bottom here. We didn't break out right away, and I closed my position for 1.6% profit, even though I was up 10% at one point. And then, this thing runs 76%. Wow, imagine we just held on to that one. Crazy how it works sometimes, but that's just life. This one's going to be a big mover, I think, today. It should be really interesting. Here we go. 5 seconds. Woo! Big volume right out of the gate. Huge volume. Wow, somebody triggered some orders here. I'm gonna put in an alert here. Should be some big support here at the low fives. Oh yeah, this thing is dipping. All right, what's moving? So LLEX, yep, this is already up there. INPX, again, always moving super hard. Yeah, LPTX, GHSI, everything that we're looking to move. Wow, what a quick little flash crash here. Shoo. Make sure all our charts look good. 0.45, I would love to buy this thing. What's up, Andrew? Good to have you back. Look at life. Is that the ticker? LIFE? Let's see what SAVA is doing. Honestly, I would be so nervous trading SAVA. Big selling going off right away out of the gate. I think there's going to be a lot of potential here to buy this around 9.4. INPX, big moving. Big moves, I guess you could say big moving. That's a weird thing to say. Man, just check out like any one of these candles is just so wild. Again, I think 0.4 could be a phenomenal bounce on this one. Oh, my 5-minute chart was totally off just now. Phew, watch this thing crash. Keep an eye on stuff slowly moving up today as well. Especially stuff with volume coming towards it in news. Big support here. Coming in. Watch out with that selling volume. It's honestly terrifying. Good luck today, everyone. Sorry, I forgot to say that earlier. I think it just got halted. Or no, it didn't. Kind of looks like it got halted. Did INPX just get halted? NASDAQ halt. I don't have the notification that I got halted, but it looks like it did. What was that? Is that just a giant glitch on my end? Or is there just really no orders going through? I don't believe that. No, I'm on NASDAQtrader.com/trader.aspx. Ooh, it's ASP.net site. Oh, big bounce here, guys. 0.48. Check out where we drew our support. I mean, these support and resistance lines aren't, they're there for a reason. You can see just the super aggressive bounce we had in this area. Really, really nice. Check out the things moving over 20%. We have LLEX, something we've been talking about for quite some time now. Big gap up, but pulling back still. So we have GHSI at 20 already, LLEX at 35, TTNP at 22. I think those are the main ones I'm going to be looking at. I really just want to be focusing on stuff over, ideally, $2 million volume. So there's a lot of stuff that just kind of is a little bit below that. PERI, really nice move here. This is one of those classic gap and goes, moving higher. Exactly what we look for. The only problem with this one is it's the whole percentage moves on this one isn't even that high. About 11%, this giant move to the upside. And GHSI hitting some key support now. Wow, big selling out of the gate. Like I said, guys, these are near big resistance. Remember, TTNP and GHSI are near these huge resistance areas. So going to be a lot of leftover limit orders, sell limit orders, trying to, take some profits in these areas. All right, I got life, Andrew. I got life on the chart. $17.9 million volume, 27 million market cap. 3.8 million shares outstanding. Yeah, this thing is looking really, really good. Huge gap up. I wonder where this one was on my scanner. I gotta figure that one out later today. Huge move. Yeah, really nice pick. I'm actually gonna go ahead and mark this one. I like it a lot. Not sure what the news is on this one. Let's check it out. Collaboration. Okay, always good. Wow, yeah, that's a huge deal. 175 million total payments. Yeah, big deal. This thing could definitely continue running. It looks like it might just break out right here. 13% already. Really nice move. Long-term chart looking a little shady, but they usually always do. Big gapper, 5.98, definitely some big support in this area. A little under the 10, I would say some big resistance. So we're kind of in the middle of that. I like the big moves on this one. Let's see what our boy INPX is up to. Phew. I would keep in mind it is selling off. It also had two double tops at 0.6 in the last 2 days, I guess, or day in pre-market. This thing could definitely keep pulling back. .5 though was big support. Let's see if that area holds. The issue I have with buying INPX breakouts is just this thing rips in so many directions and sometimes it doesn't hold. So just scary stuff. I don't think I would be buying this potential breakout. It could be really good. It could be a big red to green move. But basically we have a little channel right here forming to the right, and descending channels typically break to the upside. So this would be a potential breakout buy, but I don't do those on things gapping lower or pulling off on the day. I will start doing those though at around 10 o'clock or about 10:15 once some sort of bottom has been formed and there's a potential reversal. But right now, I think there's too much selling pressure and buying this breakout would be a little sketchy. Honestly, if we have a dip under 0.5 again, I would really like to buy this near former support at about 0.424 roughly. Look at, check out this mark that I have all the way over here. And go ahead and move this one up a little bit. Even the tiny candles are big moves. Okay, 1.7%, I guess isn't that big, but yeah, it feels kind of big. GHSI now really ripping it. Let's pull this one up again. This is a really nice red to green move actually. Here starting off red, now we're green. 18% pull, super nice guys. Just keep in mind that big resistance. Check out the daily chart down here. 0.5, really scary. This thing could be sold off into really heavy. Again, just not really feeling any one of these trades yet. I like the support here on LLEX, but I don't know. Salva Bon Dia, what does that mean? Is that a different language? CTIB is being halted like crazy. Might be worth checking out. CTIB, I'm going to check it out. So where'd you go? Where'd you go? Here it is. $7 million tiny volume. $7 million volume, 7.8. I mean, 7 million market cap, 3.8 million shares outstanding. Really nice. This is exactly what we're looking for. See, a little pull higher. I mean, this little dip here, but really nice. 66% move. This one was just halted. Not too much dollar volume though. Could get you in a sticky position. Two's going to be some big resistance, especially 219. Yeah, this could be a quick pullback. According to Google Translate, this is Portuguese. EDU do. Earning millions there. I'm going to keep an eye on CTIB just every now and then. I think it's a cool one. Let's check out LLEX again. Kind of forming some support here. I think today, most of my trading is probably going to be after the live stream. Again, guys, for you who are new here, I typically do another hour of trading after the live stream up until like 11:30, 12, so sometimes an hour and a half. I really like that because you have big reversals. It's a bit different strategy, but sometimes the bottoms are put in a little bit, and I find it kind of a comfortable time to do a bit of trading. Big resistance here at 0.36 TTNP. Haven't really been able to break past that one. Let's watch INPX a little bit more. This one's about to be no, sorry guys. CTIB is about to be unhalted. It was just halted at 38. Now it's 43. And here we go. Boom, ripping up higher. Someone might flash crash. Woo! Just watching this thing fly is kind of fun. EDU do, if you could translate that, that'd be super helpful for me and I'm sure other people in the chat room. All right, Isaac, he's on INP watch. INPX, sorry. This one's really, really ripping. Tiny float. These are exactly what we're looking for the gap and go strategy. We still have about another 10 minutes in the gap and go strategy. So really nice moves here. If we wanted to trade this one, we'd probably be looking for about 450 shares. Don't really see any specific news about it besides the filing, which was the 3rd, which is Friday. Long-term chart looking like it's reaching big resistance. Hasn't really had some of these big days though. So kind of interesting. Hard to know how this thing's going to move though. Big support here at 1.41 area. Kind of, you can see it here at the 1.5 even, big support. INPX is holding the 0.5. You can see we even touched it again here. Quick little bounce, 4% bounce. CTIB is getting a lot of attention. The dollar volume is increasing really rapidly. I don't really want to trade it in these high areas. This was a nice pullback it had here. Check on the 5 minute. Maybe we could find a potential entry. It's kind of wild to me how fast this thing moves. If we wanted an entry closer to 1.5, then we'd probably be trading with about 700 shares. So I'm just gonna get that ready. PERI, you know, we actually have this one on our watch list as well. It's right above. This one looks really, really good. Again, what I was saying earlier about this one is just the percentage moves on this are a little smaller. But I do like how it's just kind of consistently trailing up. And I wouldn't be surprised if this thing went all the way up to 10. I know it's like a weird thing to say, but I've seen a lot of patterns like this where it just slowly kind of inches up. And none of the gains are really that like mind-blowing. But then after like an hour, it's got like 100 or 200% gains. So PERI is definitely an interesting one to look at for sure. LIFE, let's quickly look at kind of consolidating here. Nothing too interesting going on it. I mean, there's a lot of interesting stuff today. I just, haven't really been comfortable, jumping on anything yet. I think CTIB, this was not on our watch list originally, but this one would have been pretty good on this pullback here. It's kind of 1 minute pullback, looks really nice. INPX dropping a little bit. Yeah, 0.48, yep. Could be a good dip buy for sure on INPX. CTIB, also really interesting potential dip buy. This one's really creeping up. The markets are all down a little bit. Just keep that in mind. Sometimes the explosive rallies are just a little bit weaker when the market's down. Was it like 70% of stocks follow the market? Obviously, these small caps don't follow the market as much because with such a small shares outstanding, such a small float, these things really do what they want. Constant buyers here at 1.9. Woo, 1.9. It got crushed for a second and then instantly came back. Call me a scaredy cat, but I have such a hard time buying some of these breakouts. INPX at 0.49, so bounced a little bit already, kind of getting close back to 5.5. It's hard to focus on any one of these because there's just so much moving. I think that's one of my biggest issues as well. So what I like about this one is we have a 5 minute pullback here. Now it looks like it's going to be breaking higher. This green candle alone is 17%, guys. That's huge. big resistance here at kind of like the 2 to 2.38 area, 2.4. This might be the breakout right now. Let's see what happens. 2.2. $2.08 could be an easy entry. 210, 211. This one honestly is something that this is exactly what you want to be buying. Ah, yeah, that 2.08 would have been the entry. I don't feel bad missing these because by just watching them, I'm learning. I'll be ready for them one day, but this is just not my comfort zone. It was just halted again. Whew. Oh man, this thing's definitely gonna run opening up. All right, so this one's halted for 5 minutes. SAVA having a lot of difficulties today, guys. Nice move, ChemDog. Yeah, halted. It's just when something moves, I think it's over 10% in a few minutes. I forgot how many minutes exactly. It will get halted. And that's the way for NASDAQ to kind of let it cool down a little bit. Here's actually I don't know why it won't let me type anything. Go refresh the chat. So if a security is subject to a trading pause, the pause threshold field will contain the reference threshold price that deviates 10% from a print on the consolidated tape. Ah, okay. On a 5-minute basis. So if it just bounces 10% off the last printed price, I'm not sure how that compares to a rolling 5-minute basis. I would have to look into that and see if I can start seeing how that works a little bit more. No, breakout trading on TOS is definitely a little bit tricky. I totally agree. It's tough for sure. INPX is down. Especially because you can't go into like the 30-second chart. You can use the tick chart, but to me, I don't like how the fact that it's all the same volume on the tick chart. I find that quite tricky to use properly. If we wanted to trade INPX, let's say near 0.45, we'd be trading with about 2,200 shares. I wouldn't buy this thing early. Check out the daily. It's just about to go under the close of Friday, which is really sketchy. At that point, you know, it could be losing a lot of basically a lot of momentum. People might really start trying to avoid it. I'm gonna go increase this to 2003. Too many zeros. I think this could be a really nice buy under, maybe under this area, about 0.42 or something like that. I'll probably end up trading this one after the live stream. This looks like something I'd be trading after the live stream, especially near some bigger support. This bounce was really aggressive, huh? Check out this bounce. Wish we got that one. That was a 6% bounce. Yep, that's true, ChemDoc. They usually open up higher if they get halted going higher. Like I said in the beginning of the live stream, EE, it's definitely, you know, it's really up to your strategy, your trading style, the reason you got into the trade. You know, are you investing? Are you long term? To me, I trade market opens and then for about 2 hours till 12, I'm basically done trading. So, you know, I'll be trading dips and stuff. I don't typically hold for more than a few minutes a trade. So it's totally up to you. I think there's definitely signs of weakness based on how it opened up, and it's not able to hold these support zones, especially at 0.5, which is a critical area. So I probably would not be holding this long term, but again, you know, this is really something you have to decide. Wow, what a crazy bounce on INPX. I feel like this one really holds true to some support and resistance levels, which makes it great dip buying. Check out this big support area here at 0.4555. The reason is, you know, you can see how the price is kind of pivoted on this price zone several times. It does dip under it sometimes, but really cool trading opportunities on a lot of these. CTIB, guys, this is the one that kind of was really on our radar, kind of escaped me. I should have probably traded this one. It reeks of everything we wanted. Opened with decent volume, gapping higher, super nice 11 million market cap, 3.8 million shares outstanding. I mean, this is perfect. Yeah, CTIB is crazy. Whew, just hit $3. There's no way I would have held it that long. I don't know, even if we wanted to buy this, I would have to buy it with maybe like 350 or 400 shares, depending on where we get it. After the live stream as well, I always have two screens, so I removed the live stream screen, and then I put up the second screen, which really helps me to focus on two things at once. And then typically I only focus on 3 stocks at that point, no more. Ideally, just 1 or 2. Crazy move on this one, guys. That 2.08, remember? That's when we should have attacked it. Looked super, super good. There's nothing wrong with exiting early. This one's probably going to have a really aggressive pullback at one point. Definitely looking forward to that. This is the first 5-minute pullback here. This thing technically already had 2 pullbacks. This would be a third pullback, but on the 5-minute was the really nice entry. So typically I don't trade the third pullback, although I've seen things do, you know, over 5 pullbacks. Here it goes. Here's the next run, breaking out. This boy, no, it didn't get halted. I thought I got halted again. All right, I'll check out what's up, Andrea? I'll check out SDC. Yeah, so it looks like, yeah, unfortunate. I didn't trade anything, but you know, if you're not really feeling it, there's no point to rush something, because the last thing you want to do is just, you know, feel like you have to trade and then kind of be sick, not really be there, and then you make a really silly mistake. I've done it before. So if not feeling 100%, then I typically, you know, chill a little bit. Yeah, pretty interesting. Huge market cap though. $3.6 million market cap. I mean, 3.6 billion. Nice flag pattern here. Once one of these large caps, oh, this is the one we looked at earlier. Once these large caps run, they tend to, you know, continue running. They're kind of like a big train that don't always stop. Very nice. Anestis, very nice move. Yeah, really nice reversal. This is a classic red to green move. Super sweet, 20%. This thing's got a good chance it's going to pull back now. And then trading this into, you know, continuing this one. I'm done with CTIB. I feel you, man. This thing's already up. What is it now? Like 200, almost 300%. Crazy. And EE, I don't know, man. Like I said, that's a tough one. I think it's definitely overextended, but that doesn't mean it can't keep flying. Let's see what CTIB does. All right, guys, I'm going to wrap up the live stream with this. Unfortunately, I didn't get any trading. I should have traded CTIB. I think this is the one that I really like the most in terms of gap and go momentum strategy, right at the $2.08. I was a little hesitant on this one, but we were breaking to the upside. I should have done it. There's no way I would have held the full 70% move, but I probably would have held 10, 20, 30% even, just because it happened in 3 minutes. It just went so fast. So I'm going to give myself probably like a 5-minute break, and then I'm going to be trading for the next probably hour and a half. Makes me uncomfortable too. CTIB. I'll see you guys then for the, what's it called? For the recap video. Hopefully I have some trades there. Leave a like, guys, if you found some value in this content. It was really fun in the live stream today, the live chat. I actually got to get used to so many questions and stuff, and focus on trading probably a little bit more. So if I ever miss one of you guys' questions, or, you know, if you ask me to check something out, I love doing it, but sometimes it totally throws me off of what I'm actually doing. So if I start doing a little bit of less than that, that's why. All right, guys, I'll see you again then later today. Thanks for tuning in. I'll see you also tomorrow, and stay safe. Make some awesome trades, guys. Till next time. Ciao, ciao.